Namaskar, welcome to Honest Astrologer. Mars in the second house. They can make money, but they can't save money. And this is going to be a very interesting topic. So, do watch till the end. We'll talk about how to handle this yoga and how to handle people who have this yoga. Okay. So, just be with me and we'll go forward. So the biggest problem with the second house Mars is that these people can make money, they can't save money. If you can see, I've shown the cash burn in the intro slide. So first of all, we need to understand what second house. Second house is the house of Taurus. Taurus is the sign of possession, of money, of wealth, of inheritance, of mouth, of food. And there are many other significations, but these just sum it up. So Mars is the second is a paradox, and that too not a happy one. Okay, so while I love Mars in the first house for men, and I don't hate it for women. Some people wrote it as bad for women. No, I think it's better for men, and it's good for women. So I don't hate a first house Mars for any gender, but yes, men have it easy. Second house Mars is particularly bad for men because most of the men have to earn money and save money, and these guys are good at earning, they just cannot save money. Okay. Now, the paradox here is that they strive to work hard for money. Okay, they work hard, they play hard, they push hard, they win hard, they lose hard. So these people just love to burn up cash. You know, there are some exceptions. Let's say a Mars in a Scorpio or a Mars in a Capricorn, even in the second house, can give you money. But rest of the signs, not that great. Aries, it is okay. Cancer, at times I've seen them save money, but rest of the signs, Mars in the second will just burn up money. So second house is like the treasury of the chart. So if you put the soldier in charge of the treasury, you know good things are not coming. So Shani does a bloody good job in the second house. So you want to see a happy and successful man, Mars first, Shani second. You want to see a man in real trouble, Shani first, Mars second. So this all makes a lot of difference. So let's explore this thing in detail. First thing, these people consider money a game. So Mars is a player. So wherever Mars sits, you tend to play in that house, you tend to take risk in that house, you tend to exert your dominance in that house. So for these people, money is a game. So they think, okay, for them it's, there to seek thrill and victory, not to save and just sit on it. A second house Shani will do anything to save his money. A second house Mars keeps it as a score कि यार हार जीत चलता रहता है type. So they do not mind losing money, but they continue to play. And this kind of attitude is maybe great for a player and somebody who's in the game, but the game of money, it's a bad idea. Then thanks to their recklessness and their big heart and their courage, these guys make excellent gamblers, traders, and speculators. I do not, encourage gambling or speculation. Even share markets, I am very skeptic. There are certain kind of yogas which have to be there in the chart in order to benefit from share market. 80% plus people lose money in share market. So that's a different topic. I will create a video with a friend of mine who is a CA, CFA and is working in stock markets. But that is for some other day. Mars in the second house should be very careful. These guys make very good investment advisors. They give very good investment advice. They can actually make a lot of these guys. I have seen a lot of investment bankers with this kind of Mars. I have seen a lot of share market traders, but when they trade for other people, they do it successfully. When they trade for themselves, they often end up losing money. So they are able to take risk, but they are better suited to do it for other people. Paradox is they make money for other people, they can't make money for themselves. So there's a reason behind that, but I would not go into that many details. So net they can make money for others, but they can't save it for themselves. That's the theme of a second house Mars. Now Mars has a dekha jayega attitude. We'll see it when we come to it. And they think money is to be enjoyed and played with. For them, money is a toy. Shani second house, money is their heart and soul. So second house, Shani wouldn't gamble with the money. Second house, Mars just can't help but gamble with the money. Mars and Ketu are two very difficult planets to have in the second house. They can make money, but they can't save money. My Ketu in the second house video became very, very popular. I got a lot of feedback for that. So you guys can go check that out. And we have created playlists for all the videos. So I hope you can easily find that one. Second thing, these Mars people, they love impulsive spending. Why they can't make money? They can get a big paycheck, but they would just spend it in order to feel good. And they can use unnecessary things. They can buy just something just because it fancies them. It may not have a practical purpose. It may not be all that value add to their life, but they felt like it, they did it. Felt like it while spending Moon in the second house, Mars in the second house. Ketu, it's more of a visceral thing. If they want something, they will, keep toying with that idea, and one day they'll just order it. So, but Mars is, I like it right now, I'll buy it right now. I might not care about it 10 days from now, but I want it and I want it now. That's Mars spending. Then these guys are fiery with their speech and their attitude. They will give you whatever they feel like. They will never be politically correct. They would always be upfront in your face. They would say what they mean and mean what they say. You want to hear their opinion, they'll give you exactly what they think. So you need to be very careful when asking these guys anything publicly, because don't expect political correctness from them. And because of their fiery speech and blunt attitude, they often get into clashes. Second is also the house of family, the Kutumba Bhava. So wherever Mars sits, it brings some sort of conflict and fights there. Soldier is never without a fight. So these guys keep fighting with the families, and their blunt attitude and their ability to use harsh speech adds fuel to the fire. So second house Mars, I have seen families with conflicts. I have seen that these natives themselves can be in the eye of the storm and can, ruffle a few feathers, can injure a few egos. Even in their families, even their families are not immune to this. Another thing which I have seen is a lot of daddy issues. So, one problem with this placement is that the eighth aspect of Mars hits the ninth house of father. So Mars 8th aspect can have good or bad results depending where it sits. So aspects is something I haven't touched for any planet so far. But 8th aspect of Mars can bring very intense energy. That aspect falling on the house of father can be really dangerous. So chemistry between the father and the child, particularly the male child, can be very difficult. And Indian parents particularly love a Shani child. He is obedient, he is a little gonchu, he is very shy, he has a slavish devotion to the parents. Mars in the second will talk back to anybody. Could be a politician, could be a gangster, could be his own daddy, he doesn't care. So second house Mars will talk back to everybody up to and including the fathers, and fathers usually do not take that kindly. So until unless he has a very dignified ninth house, chances are he will get into trouble with the father. He is prone to have verbal conflicts with the father. Another thing which I have seen is that like Mars in the first would give injury on face or forehead, Mars second house can give injury in mouth or throat. These are the guys, I have seen them undergo oral surgeries, I have seen them undergo tooth extractions, and they can have some sort of a throat problem that might need a minor surgery. So it's not all that great when Mars sits in the second house. And they have the kind of diet which hurts their throat, but they just love it. So these guys love their spices, their red chilies and their lal mas and their They are usually fond of spicy and at times non-veg food. They just cannot eat anything bland. Mars is the planet of fire. Mars rules red chilies. So these guys love their chilies. You know, there are people who have their chilies with the food. These people have their food with their chilies. So Mars second gives a fiery tongue in a literal sense. So they, you know, they like to put all that fiery food in their mouth. So if you invite them, ensure that you have extra dose of spice available for them. Another thing, you know, Mars has been given a very soldier image. Almost every army in the world has a quota of alcohol available to them because Mars likes to eat spicy and drink his liquor. So Mars is all male planet. You know, every good, bad, and ugly is boosted in Mars. So drinking, especially if the moon is damaged or they have a Cancer moon combined with a second house Mars, these guys can be prone to alcoholism. Although they do not make alcoholics a lot of time, as long as as long as their moon is comfortable. But yes, they have the taste for the alcoholic beverages. Best part about these people, you can expect honesty from them. You know, they mean what they say and they say what they mean. There is no backstabbing which happens from these people. Mars cannot backstab. Shani Rahu can do that. Chandrama can do that. Mars can never do that. So Mars will tell you what he feels about you. If he tells you that he loves you, he loves you. If he hates you, he'll tell it to your face. So you can definitely respect that honesty. And if they are your friends, they will very ferociously defend you. They'll get into verbal battles for you. They'll get into screaming contests for you. If somebody is talking bad about you, these guys will take a stand for you. So they are not bad people. Just if you can only handle their honesty and their bluntness, they make great friends. Now the question is how to handle them. One, do not take their bluntness to heart. Until unless they have a really rough chart which is sinister, these guys have very clean hearts. They will tell you whatever they are feeling. For the life of them, they can't play political correctness. Second thing, they love to live it up. So if you are inviting a second house Mars friend, ensure that you have spicy food, and if he likes his bubbly, you have that available. They are more likely to get drunk and say tu mera bhai hai. The only difference is they would actually mean that. So these are the guys you can trust a lot with, and they make great friends. They do most damage to themselves. You know, they mess up their finances. They get into fights with their family. They eat things which can harm their health, but they are not harmful to other people. This is what matters. And they make great friends. So if you have second house Mars, my biggest advice: save money in the name of someone else. Okay. If you have a second house Mars, ensure that you regularly talk to a dentist. Ensure that you do not have access to a lot of your money, because if you have access to your money, you are more likely to blow it up. If you have a dental problem, please see your oral surgeon or whatever. And learn to not speak when things can get into a conflict until unless it is absolutely necessary. This is a difficult yoga to have. Chanting Hanuman Chalisa can be good. Eating pious food can be good. Taking care of your teeth is a good method of it. Most important thing, keep your mouth shut when you don't need to speak, because whenever you will speak, Mars will speak. So with this, we come to the end of this show. Do let me know in the comment section if you like this, and the Hindi version is out there. You can check that out. Hindi version already aa chuka hai. And I will see you in the next video. Jai Mangal Dev, Jai Bajrang Bali, Jai Ma.